Hello to all my people, and if you're watching live, checking us out on YouTube, or listening on your favorite podcast provider, you are most definitely my people. Welcome back to another episode of Botched and Chair Shots. I'm your host, a chef by trade and a mark by choice. I am the Will Gray. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Almost a year faster, a year stronger, a year wiser. He is Mr. PWI Top 500. He's probably in your girl's search history. Everything is bougie when you got J Boujii. Jay, what's up, man? Thanks for coming back on. How are you?
Good, man. I absolutely love that intro. That was amazing. Probably one of my top fives. I need you to clip that for me and send that to me.
You said that the last time you come on, so I knew I had to step it up. I had to make sure it was on point this go around.
Yeah. Definitely clip that. Send that through. Throwing that up on the gram later.
Excellent. I'll send it over to you, man. Let's kind of just hop right into it and kind of talk about where we left off the last time we talked. You were heading into the STP versus Takeover Invictus Pro Wrestling IWTV show. Let's start there. The Bodega Street fight. You're in a young career. You're in a demanding 15-minute match with a veteran. How was it? Like, kind of coming out on top on that. The prep for the match, everything that went into it with you and Ron. Like, how was
Yep.
that match?
So, first of all, that day itself was unbelievable. Like everything that happened that day was unbelievable. So, as we did a lot of podcast interviews. So definitely thank you, for letting us do that. You really helped, along with everybody else, help get that story across. Like that building has never seen that many people ever. And well, at least in the past few years, I want to say, obviously before, like, the bigger names that worked in there a couple years back. But I think like within the last year or so, like especially shows I've been on, that building ain't never had that many people in there. The prep, it was a lot of trash talking, a lot of getting people invested in it, selling the fight, as some would say. That was definitely a big thing. But the day of, man, was just crazy. So earlier that day, I rented a car out 'cause, I had to get a lot of things done for the day. As everyone knows, pretty much ran the show ourselves, funded it and everything. Like we did that. So I got the car. I went and picked it up. I had to pick Sean Maluda up from the airport. Got him, dropped him off. Everything was cool. Everything was cool, man. I come back home. I can get my duffel bag, takeover shirts, the fresh gear that everybody seen that night, the Rey Mysterio one. Like it was great. Everything was so great, bro. I'm leaving from my crib. I get on the highway. On my way there, I catch a flat tire immediately once I turn onto the highway, bro. So I'm like, no way. So not only I catch a flat tire, but there was no spare in the trunk,
Oh no.
bro. So now I'm kind of like in neutral, like trying to get off to the side. Bro, like I literally just got on. Thankfully, there was like a exit, like literally, bro, probably like 100 feet or so away from me. Like it was literally like right there. Like, so I get off, I park over to the side, and bro, mind you, it's raining. It is pouring this day. The weather was terrible that day. So now I'm sitting, I'm on hold. Nobody's available. Nobody's available. I'm just there. I'm like, yo, what the hell is happening? And it was like my girl Shayla, she was upset. She's like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, honestly, man, like this was just supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen. It happened for a reason. And like I was just chilling, bro. I'm like, I just couldn't believe it. Leading up to this for months, bro. I catch a flat tire. It's pouring, bro. I'm just sitting in the rain. No one's available, bro. So thankfully there was somebody at the show named Simon. I actually trained with him before. He came and picked me up. I was sitting in there for probably like almost an hour waiting for him. The traffic was crazy that day. So now I'm late to my own show, bro. I'm late to my own show. Everybody's like, yo, where you at? Where you at? Because, I'm handling things. I'm doing things. My uncle came through. He's a chef. So we was going to sell chopped cheeses there for the Bodega Street fight. Someone, of course, which now makes sense from the terrible, shitty place. I'm sorry. Let me not. My
You can say
language.
whatever you want to. I
I
put it
no
in
no
on
no
the
no no.
episode for a
I
reason.
mean that. I mean that 100%. But I'm trying to work on not using vulgar language with
Oh,
people.
okay.
But Invictus, that's for y'all. So the guy Alex forgot to talk to the head owner of the building. I could forgot, and we couldn't even use the kitchen. So now my uncle, bro, the menu there is gonna be a chopped cheese, chicken sandwiches, fish sandwiches, homemade iced teas, and everything, bro. We was gonna do something so major, bro. We want to get the chopped cheeses sold before the Bodega Street fight. Because you from New York, chopped cheese one of the main things. That didn't happen. So I finally get to the show. So I was supposed to go on before intermission, and bro, I probably got there maybe like 15 minutes before I was supposed to go on.
Whoa.
And bro, and exactly, whoa. So I'm bro building up to this, thinking about like this was the moment, this was everything that like I've been waiting for it, bro. And I also do feel like a lot of people going into it on paper, it was kind of like an underrated match, an overlooked match, you could say, because it's like, all right, well, it's like we all knew during Takeover, everybody thought PJ was the guy. He's and for listen, for what it's worth, the man is a heavyweight. He has the old school wrestler look. Like he shows you what you're used to seeing. Um, Everybody thought like Shane and him was gonna steal the show, and I felt like even though we're on opposite sides of the spectrum, Rev and I felt the same way when it was like, no, like we got something to prove. Like Rev had to prove that he's not just a manager, and I had to prove to myself that I am just as good, if not better, than PJ, the leader of everything, and that was something that I took personally, like the Michael Jordan meme. I took that personally. Uh, but the match was crazy, man. It was Shayla's first time ever doing a bump, and for her first time bump going through a door is absolutely crazy. The energy in there, bro. Like I felt so much stress, like not like bad, but I felt stressed, bro. I was like, yo, this day has been crazy. Like I was overwhelmed. I think overwhelmed is a better way to say it, from getting into the flat tire, waiting there, sitting in the rain, everything, and then like, yo, I was just like, all right, it's time to go do it. Once my music hit, bro, like I just felt everything. Like the moment I came through there, bro, the place erupted. Whether they were booing me, whether they were cheering me, and it was like usually I'm really fast when I walk to the rinks. I get all amped up. I walked through and I took a second. Like I just took it all in. I use it, then I started making my way to the ring. I people say character, like I got into character, you feel me? Like I got into fight more. I got into like this is your time, like let's go. And I think what really got me to it was when I opened the door. So you could kind of see like past the curtain a little bit because it's not like pressing up on the door when we come through. And like I see my mom, and when my mom see me, like she just started clapping, like she just got so happy. And it was like the beat didn't drop, nothing like I'm standing behind the curtain, but I seen my mom see me, and that was crazy. That was it was wild, bro. But we used a flaming crock. We lit that on fire. I had Face come out and handle the business. And the match set the tone, man. Like, look at where we at now. People still talk about it. Like, people say that, but no, legit, people still talk about it. Like, Rev runs his own Twitter space every Tuesday and Thursday. The moment I come in there, yo, when's part two? Yo, when we're doing this, Boujii and Rev. And it's like, we don't even interact like that uh publicly, so to say, on the timeline. But anytime we're in the same spaces, people are asking about it. Like, there's a demand for it. Like, if you look back, like I said, prior to all the matches, everyone you would have thought it would have been the Shane Taylor versus PJ match would have been a match everyone's talking about, everyone's doing it, and it was like no, it's like the one match everyone remembers from there is Boujii versus Rev, and it wasn't even because it was like a gimmick match. It's because we sold that. We was in spaces, we was doing podcasts, bro, lives. Him and I going at it back and forth, and it got to the point where even like just another like personality in wrestling, Brian H. Waters, it was going on between all of us. He was on the ring light side, and now Brian's with me. He helping me win my matches. He's coming through. I'm undefeated when he's in the building. So it's like that's how you tell a story where it was just from like, oh, they're just four dudes just calling people out. Oh, they're making their own graphics. They're doing this. They're yelling at the camera. No, we made you believe. We made you get invested. And I honestly think, like I said this the other day, I think I'm part of what's gonna go down as the greatest indie generation, like in a very long time. Like it's just so much going on. Like and even like a quick shout out to like Brian Keefe. You just at the what was it, the Battle of LA? Like, bro, that's crazy. And like I've seen him and he showed love from the first time that like we ever met. He was like, you ever come out to Texas, bro? Let me know. And just like just seeing the people that like I've met and how we, I ain't even gonna try to say like we friends, but we respect each other. It's like, yo, what's good, bro?
For
What's going
sure.
on? You know what I'm saying, bro? It's like
Yeah.
doing what he's doing, bro. It's just like, damn, that's fire. Like this morning I woke up, I seen Becca. She's from the New England scene. She's making her debut on MLW. Like Becca is one of the women I've always wanted to wrestle for a couple years now. And from her transformation as being a scrunchy girl to being an international pop star is crazy. And this is all things that was going on around when we was coming up to the show and all these type of things where I'm coming across these people, everyone's trying to figure themselves out. And now you look here, Mr. PWI, I'm top 500 in the world. I was on AEW Dark. I just ran through Lance. I always mess up his name, but it's Anoa'i. And Anoa'i, there we go. That name was getting me. I play Call of Duty with him. I carry him to W's, everything, bro. And it's like, these are all things that have happened literally, bro, from May of that match to up till now this past December, bro. Ain't nobody have I'm not even gonna say a full year. What was that? Let's see, June,
It's about
July.
8 months.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
Who's doing that in less than a year? Mind you, I've only been on the indies for a year. So it's like when people ask me, why I'm this way or whatever case may be, it's like, bro, like I know what I'm capable of. You feel me?
For
Like
sure.
I'm
In the
not.
wrestling business, they say
Yeah,
relationships are super important. And you were kind of
yeah.
talking on it, the people you've met and the guys you've worked with, and especially over the last 8 months. Do you think those relationships and the chemistry and the fans, did all of that help you and Ron make that story be so great? Because it was an underdog story. You said it right.
100%.
Everybody thought Shane and PJ were going to be the top dogs. And then
Mhm.
y'all had a very Steamboat Savage approach to it where y'all knew y'all had to steal the show because y'all weren't the 3 or the 5 star match on the cards, you know? Like, do you think all of it is what made it capable for y'all to put out such a banger that night?
100%, bro. Because it was like it wasn't really on some like, oh, we're gonna go out there and then like I gotta best you best. Like I don't think it was that. I just like, yo, we're gonna show it like we are the best. Like no matter who's next to us or not next to us, like we are the best. And I feel like we took the most like purest approach to it when it comes to professional wrestling. You got people to invest in that story, man. Like people at me to this day, bro, about Crocs. I wake up, people talking about Crocs, bro. The one time I decide not to wear a pair of Crocs to go into the show, it's like, yo, bro, where's your Crocs? Why are you not wearing Crocs? Like one of my mans, he was like, yo, bro, you wearing sneakers? I'm like, bro, I can't wear sneakers, bro. Like, damn. He's like, nah, you look weird. Go put your Crocs on. I put my Crocs on, bro. But yeah, like the community definitely helped. Like I said, Brian H. Waters, those wrestling girls, the Queen's Takeover podcast, Backstage Bro, you, bro, all of y'all. Like when I said it from the start, all of y'all really helped it because if it's not for y'all, we're not pushing this. You know, like y'all put it out there. It was like y'all believed in us first. Like y'all, what 10 to 20 people who believed in us first, got hundreds of people to believe in us, bro. So
Well,
that's I always thank y'all. Always.
I'm just grateful for y'all. Y'all are the ones letting a mark in the business as much as I can be. um,
But all love, bro. It's all love. Like I said, like without y'all, like, bro, it's not the wrestling, bro. Like it's everything else that does it.
so you hinted a little bit prior with a comment. What's going on at Invictus Pro Wrestling right now between you and those guys?
Man, I am on a vendetta to really like cause them hell. Like to really make their days as miserable as possible through my success. Like I said, when you look at it, if you look actually no, I'm not even gonna start. I'm gonna start there back at the show again because every show Invictus has ever had, bro, they're promoting it months out. Months out. They had 2 shows prior to our show. And mind you, we made this deal to work with them on night 1 of WrestleMania, bro. Feel me? So we was already on crunch time. And you see me up every day at 8 a.m. or so promoting this show, putting everybody on my newsfeed, everybody on my profile, doing the work they should have been doing. They did not promote the show in any type of way except for like the week of, maybe 2 weeks out. And the one match they was promoting the most was who? PJ and Shane Taylor. This same old, just like it was nonsense and it was frustrating. And I was like, I know I'm not the only one that's seeing this. I'm not looking for a pat on the back, but hell, I gave y'all the biggest crowd you've ever had. You had 2 shows prior to that, and wasn't nobody there. Shit shows. Well, not the ladder match because I was in the ladder match, and I'm in there. And then even at that, they talked me into like, hey, you know what? It's better if the briefcase is in takeover. You know, it's gotta be either you or PJ. One of y'all have to walk out of there. And I believed it, and to the point where I sacrificed me winning for him to win, for that piece of shit to win. And then now I'm over here. I gotta do all this other nonsense, bro. He's getting handed so much stuff. He's been given so many things, but I gotta fight for my stuff. Jocko gotta fight for his stuff. Face gotta fight for his stuff. It's not PJ Savage and Takeover. It's just Takeover. I feel like I wasn't being respected. So I did what I had to do. Unfortunately, Jacko took the hit that night. I love him. We're working things out, little by little. Um, I love the goons. Shout out to my dogs. They are amazing. Uh, I had to do what I had to do, and again, since that moment, I have been skyrocketing. It's what was that happening? What, September? So what, another 4 months. So let's break down my 8 months into halves.
Yeah.
You literally from Revron to the turn, then from the turn up until now. Who's doing that,
You've had
bro?
a wild year, man. We there was a lot going on.
A lot going on, and that was because I wasn't taking no for an answer. I wasn't gonna be satisfied being second or third fiddle, bro. I had to go out there. I gotta promote these shows. I gotta work twice as hard than anybody else out here to get what I know that I deserve. And I'm not even a person like saying deserve. I feel like I earn a lot of things. I fight for things, bro. Like I'm not expecting no handout or anything. So it frustrates me when it's like I'm going hard. I'm doing. You're gonna try and like silence me. I like I'm not here. Then all right, cool. I gotta turn it up a little bit because clearly you're not respecting me, and that's what I want. Invictus wasn't respecting me, so I did what I had to do. They thought they were gonna run a show in the Bronx and not have me on it, and not have me there in any type of capacity. Oh, okay, that's cool. Hop that guardrail. I have my boy with me too, just in case. Just in case, because X, this is the thing. I'm like, I'm like a kingpin out here. Everybody want to be next to Boujii. Everybody. They see what I've done within 8 months, break it in halves, 4-4. You know what I'm saying? People know what I'm capable of, and they're like, yo, I want that. Because I say the things I do, the things a lot of people are thinking of, but they're too scared to say. So nah, don't worry, I'll say it. Come roll with me. There's a lot of people out here who need that little extra something to them. You know what I'm saying? Like Rocket, my boy Rocket, amazing, young talented individual, just made his GCW debut. I think it was at Save Me. I think it was out in Chicago. Killed it. Killed it out there. I'm on Twitter. I'm looking through people talking about Rocket. People talking about Rocket. I'm telling them, yo, watch out for Rocket. I'm not gonna be jealous of hate because I'm not on there. I one of my young bulls is on there. He's doing this thing. He's rocking with me. Hell yeah, tune into Rocket. You understand what I'm saying? And I do that for everybody. And the people at Invictus and people like PJ, they don't do those type of things. They want it for themselves.
Speaking of Brett Lauderdale and those guys, you got to do some work with GCW.
Mhm.
Let's kind of start there with that since you brought him up. What was your time like getting a shot to go in GCW?
It was absolutely amazing, other than MOJ playing the wrong theme song purposely every single episode, every single time. It's like I literally say, hey, the first one is okay. Let me email him. I emailed him, I DM'd him. Hell, I even found Emo's MySpace. I sent him on MySpace too.
Touching all
And
your bases.
bro,
Covering it.
everything. And then he's gonna tell me he looked on LimeWire. What are you doing?
What is
Why
this,
are we on LimeWire?
1998?
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Like, what's going on? But other than that, I felt like GCW was great, man, because I walked in there literally, and this is so funny. So I went there with the main event. Shout out to them, Hog Tag Team Champions. Went up against the Briscoes a number of times, just beat them finally. And I went there with CPA, the taxman. I still have not done my taxes. Don't really plan on doing them either. But yeah, shout out to him. So I went there. We all ran into the car because I forgot somebody told me to go. I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna pull up. So I got there and they was trying to put together the card because the card was made then. Like whoever showed up kind of thing, the card was made then. So CPA is supposed to be like in the tag match or something. He was like, yo, just play me against Boujii. And Brett was like, well, can he wrestle? So I was like, oh, okay, all right. Then he was like, yeah, like, I wouldn't say if he can't wrestle. He's like, all right, cool. You and together. So just off of that, and to be honest with you, bro, like in a way it was a reaction that I expected. Like more so like, well, who's Boujii and can he wrestle? It's like, all right, bet I got you. The same thing. Whereas like I've seen who's been on the GCW platform. I've gotten to befriend a couple of them. Like Effie, shout out to Effie. I love Effie. Effie's a great dude, man. Like really, really great. And just like his story and like who he is and how he's had to kind of like maneuver through things in professional wrestling. He gave me some advice. And I apply that to myself to this day. So definitely a big shout out to Effie. Um, but so I was like, okay, cool. So I went out there, and one of the things that I do too, bro, I listen to the crowd. Like if I'm not on first, I listen to the crowd and try to see what they like. And I could tell the crowd wasn't looking for it wasn't a typical GCW audience. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like GCW like. That's what a lot of us called it. Like, all right, it's like a tryout period. If we could get on, we'll figure it out. And they weren't looking for the sequence, the strike, duck, all that. Nah, they wanted to like be involved in the match. So I went out there and I made sure that I got them involved. And like I do that on a regular because a lot of places I walk into, some people don't know me or want to act like they don't know me. So I gotta make sure you leave knowing exactly who the hell I am. So I went out there, I did what I had to do, and the first thing I said was like, "Yo, where's my theme song?" And it's like everyone's looking at me like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "Well, I don't give a damn what this series is. I'm J Boujii. Where's my theme song?" And Emma was like, "Excuse me." So I went out there and I had an amazing match. I came to the back and Brett was like, "Yo, like, thank you." It was like a thank you. Okay, I'm like, all right, cool, I got that. I came back the following week, had another match. Good shit. Came back the following week, had another match. He's like, "Yo, this is solid." Came back again. He's like, "You be here next week?" I'm like, "Yeah." Then if I finally, yo, I got the DM from him, bro. I got the eyes in professional wrestling, bro. It's like, hold on, am I part of the club? Are you letting me in right now? So he did that. I was like, "Yo, what's going on?" Then he said, "Hey, send me your theme song." I said, "Whoa." I said, "Brett, don't play with me." I said, "Brett, don't play.
That's
What are we doing?
serious.
What are we doing here?" So I sent it to him. I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna maneuver around Emu's games and jokes. What happens? Somehow Emu gets his way again and plays John Cena's theme song. Don't get me wrong, amazing theme song, but it's not everything bougie. Now, on hindsight, the fan in me, the John Cena fan in me, the kid in me was like, I should have definitely ran to the ring, ran the ropes, threw my hat, do his whole fucking entrance, but I didn't do it because I gotta establish who the hell Jay Bougie is.
For
And
sure.
that's what I did, you know. I won the match. I'm celebrating. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not getting my theme song. My theme song plays. I am in arms. It's amazing. It's amazing. But GCW was dope. Brad actually gave me an invitation to come by, help out anytime, and which is amazing because like a lot GCW is really like a family. Like they don't let you in like that. Like even the first few times I went there, like I'm cool with Young, Dumb, and Broke. I know a couple of them in there, and I seen Jordan Oliver, and he was cool. Like, oh, you know what up? What's good? Now just saying hi and everything. And as the weeks come, I kept coming out. I was like, yo, what's good, Bougie? Yo, Bougie, what's your finish? Like now we started talking a little more. Like okay, like you got to earn it here, kind of thing. And what even like my first night there, bro. Nick Gage came up to me, bro. He was like, yo, good shit. Way to work for it. I'm like, oh, this is fine. So G7 is definitely dope. Definitely plan on doing something with them. Hopefully, again, they got a couple dates out here in Jersey. You might see me pop up on there or JCW, just anything underneath that umbrella. So you're gonna see me there. You're definitely gonna see me there.
So I'm always curious about this when guys work different territories.
Mhm.
GCW is notorious, kind of that ECW of 2023 kind of vibe to them. What you mentioned a little bit, but what was the biggest difference when you got out there and worked with that GCW crowd? The more it's like the more shows you worked and the more comfortable you got with them. What was the crowd like at a GCW show?
So I honestly feel like I still don't know exactly what it is like because we did the shows on IWTV because of the settlement series that they all had to do. And it wasn't like a lot of the big names on there. Like we had the tag team champions on there. You had Jordan Oliver on there. Matt Tremont was there. Like you had those names, but it wasn't like a full GCW production kind of thing,
For
you know?
sure. Okay.
Um, I think the closest to it, I think it might have been episode series 6 where it was a JCW show earlier that day. It was in a scramble match. So it was myself, Ben Rutan, Ashton Starr. Uh damn, I'm forgetting like two of their names, but like I see their faces right here in my head. And damn, why am I forgetting everybody? I think his name was Tristan Psychonaut. Anyway, he's good as fuck, bro. Everybody in that match was great. I apologize, I can't remember y'all right now. That felt like a GCW style match. Like that felt it just like because there was blood on the mat too from earlier, so that definitely helped. But just watching from it on like the playback on the production aspect, I'm like, oh, okay, like this looks like that fight TV kind of vibe that we're traveling around doing kind of thing. So it was cool. And I think for me, which also goes into what Effie told me, I gotta find my lane in there. Not everybody's gonna do the deathmatch stuff, not everybody's meant for that. Like you gotta stick out because it's already a very strong um I guess you could say like determined crowd on what they want.
For sure.
So I gotta present myself in a different way. It was like, okay, it's different, but I like it. Not this different and get the hell out of here.
Even
So
ECW had Guerrero and Malenko, right?
exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring something to where it's like, yeah, like you will not see me probably bleed ever here, but you're gonna like me or you're gonna hate me. But either way, it's gonna be some type of reaction. But ECW is dope, bro. That's probably that's the second biggest promotion I've worked with so far. Obviously, I did AEW and then GCW is right there. So it was good, bro. Like I'm looking forward to getting on like a full scale production show where I'm in one of the highlight videos and everything that's going on. So it's cool.
So just moving right along, then let's hop into AEW. You had a chance to work some AEW Dark. You did a date, Dalton Castle and the boys.
Yeah.
Let's kind of go into that. What was that process like when you got that call, moving up and
So
working AEW?
all right, that was crazy because I found out like 2 days before, like 2, 3 days before, bro. I was like, oh, like I'm chilling on my phone, bro. You know, I'm scrolling and I just see the top, see like AEW, but I'm thinking it's like one of those marketing emails. You know, I'm like, all right, whatever.
25% off on pro wrestling tees or something.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm thinking one of those. And then I seen it was so actually so look, I seen it with Sean Dean, bro. I was like, oh shit. It says you are invited to. I'm like, oh shit. Like, hold on. Like, and bro, the crazy part about it too, bro. So last year, before I got there, before that date, it was in Albany. I emailed, tried to get on for Albany. I didn't get a response. So a year to that date, which was a couple months ago, now I'm on. So it was crazy, bro. Like it was so crazy. I'm like, yo, like that's when things started getting on the up with me because I think that was right after the turn. Oh, yeah, that's right after before. That's right after before. It's one or the other, right? So and even crazier, bro. Later on that night, I unfortunately I was unable to do it, but I actually got invited to do WWE as well. Like that same day, I had both of them, and I'm sitting in my house. Obviously, it's on a lower scale, but I had literally paperwork from WWE and from AEW in front of me. I'm like, oh shit, like this
That's
could
a
be,
tough life you live in, bro. Tough
yeah,
life.
bro. It's like, and it just more so like these could potentially be contracts in the near future. So it was kind of like a stay the course, believe in yourself kind of thing. So I was like, yo, that shit is wild. And then, bro, I get the paperwork filled out, everything filled out, bro. I'm scrambling, bro, because I haven't had like so I didn't see my primary doctor in a while, and apparently it happened where they had to like change some shit up wherever it was. So I didn't have one. I had to scramble, had to go find somebody, get the blood work done, everything, got it sent in. I'm on my way up there now. It's the day of the show. Going, my man Skills the Great, who sponsors me a lot, was also the cousin of that legendary SAT. They're at Outlaw Wrestling tonight. They're gonna kill it. You know, they're doing a whole vibe. Shout out to them. Uh, and y'all, I'm in a car, bro. And this is the so you know it's taped. So the episode premiered a week later. I'm in a car, bro. As I'm on my way there, bro, I found out I made PWI. So that car ride was just like, oh shit, like what? So now, bro, I'm feeling even better because to be honest with you, I was a little nervous. Not like just nervous in the sense where it's like I care and it's just different. Like it's so like this is I'm working with a legit promotion right now. It's just something I want to be. And so I get there, I see everybody say what's up. Seeing MJF, a lot of people's going up to him. I kind of gave him a head nod from a distance because I know how he is. I wasn't gonna be no joke. He would not. I ain't want to see that. So he cracked on a couple people, but he cool though. He a cool dude. Hopefully again get to chop it up with him. Unfortunately, I got there like the week and after that whole mess that happened at the media thing. So unfortunately, Kenny and them wasn't there. Couldn't holler at them. But yeah, you know. So the first person I got to speak to was Mark Henry, cool as hell. And we were just sitting there, and he actually congratulated me on PWI. He was like, "Yo, don't matter what anybody says. That is a big accomplishment. Like, who cares what they say? Like, you getting recognized by those guys is something good. So you should definitely be proud of yourself." And he sat down with me for probably like about 5 to 6 minutes, just giving me game, asking me who I got trained by. I told him Johnny Ross. Like, oh, you good? Like, he didn't even ask no other questions. Like, oh, you good? You want to Johnny? All right, cool. Then he told me a couple of things to work on. He's like, if you do this and that, you'll be here because you'll fit into the mold with these guys over here. So I was like, all right, cool. And that was like really cool for him to do that because like, he didn't have to do that, bro. And I think it was the first time I had an idea of what to do to get signed by somewhere or to get noticed because like before you go there, before we do anything, we're assuming what they like because we see what other people have done. It's like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It's not even necessary. That'd be some of the things you don't even think about. Um, I got to speak to also Matt Hardy, cool as hell. Chopped it up with also Keith Lee. And Keith Lee was like, oh, I told him about what we did with Shane. Ted's like, oh, Shane's my boy. He's like, oh, okay, I did some work there. I was like, yeah. I got to see Swerve. I seen Swerve earlier this year in May. We was at the River City Wrestling Convention. He cool as hell. We chopped it up too. He was like, yo, good to see you here, man. So that was dope. Private Party, Isaiah Cassie, he actually came up to me. He's like, yo, I see your stuff on Instagram, bro. Your promos, bro, keep that up. Like, they're fire. So I got love, bro, and it was great. And then, you know, I finally, obviously, I got to chop it up with Dalton, and Dalton showed love. Like, Dalton didn't have to do what he did for us in that match, bro. Like we've seen people go on dark and we've seen what happened to them. We see what goes on. And he was like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like, hey, you do this, you do that, boom, boom, boom. I was like, damn, that's love. And then even with the boys, they were mad cool. They were cool as hell. Like it was just, I felt like it worked out the best. Like, cause at first when I got there, um, it was I think our names weren't on the board. So there's a board that shows you everything that's going on. We weren't on there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm chilling in catering today. Catering was fire, by the way. It was fire. So I'm chilling catering. I'm about to eat up. And then when someone was like, yo, Boujii, it was like, yo, you're on. I'm like, what you mean? So had to get dressed, do some push-ups and everything, get everything ready. Dalton's funny as hell. I swear to God, bro, he came back like 3 times, like, I'm gonna do this. Walked away. No, I'm gonna do this. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna use the bathroom. Then I'm gonna do this. It was just so much going on. It was crazy. And then like prior to that, I worked with Ring of Honor. I did extra work for them as well too. I was actually one of the Dalton Castle's boys. Nobody knew that up until that point where I dropped the promo. But it was like, yo, and right there, I had a story, bro. I had a backstory. It's like, okay, well, this is what happened here. Ain't nothing happened after I did that work with ROH. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna do the snap. These guys weren't here. People tuned in. We know what AEW Dark is. We know, but people tuned in. Like, I'm gonna go watch this. You're making me want to go watch what's going on here. So that was cool. But AEW was definitely, definitely dope. I didn't fully see Tony Khan. I did see like his arm. That was it. And that was it. Oh, yo, bro, crazy thing too. I'm standing, I'm chilling because I'm done. I turn behind me, I see Sting. Yo, bro, that was the craziest thing ever. I'm talking about Sting, full face painted, gear on. I'm like, oh no. I just turned around and sat down. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But it was dope though. It was really cool. It's a really chill, laid back atmosphere.
I've heard that a lot from a lot of the guys that have come through that locker room. And, you know, like you said, the AEW Dark, like a lot of the guys from the Indies don't, some of them look forward to that call, but don't really look forward to that call because they know what it
Yeah.
means.
Yeah, bro.
Um,
Because they had said to us earlier, so it's different things. So I could have ended up actually on Dynamite that night. But the dude that ended up on Dynamite that night, I actually trained with him, and we seen all those power bombs he took from Hobbs, or was it spine buster? It was something that he took. I was like, I think I won. I think I
you
won.
got the better end. So let's talk about PWI. Uh,
Mhm.
you got top 500. You broke into it. You've got like you've been in the business. By no means am I implying anything other than just total years experience. You know what I mean? You're a hell of a worker. You're talking about what you've had over the last year. What was it like just to be like wake up one day and bam, you're one of the best 500 workers in the world? And like, what was that day like for you getting that notification?
I, I felt. I believe the term is vindicated. I think I think that's the word. Like, it felt like, yeah, you damn right. Like,
All the
yeah,
hard work paid off, right?
yeah, and bro, and it's more so like people tell me to change a lot. They don't like my attitude or how like I guess you could say I'm brash and I'm confident and everything. And I look at it, it's the same thing everybody told Muhammad Ali. Oh, you're too loud, you're too this, you're too that. And it's like, no, like I'm gonna be me. Like I have to be me. This is what's gotten me so far, being me. And it's like prior to that, I had a conversation like a couple weeks ago. It's like, yo, you should change up, you should do this and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, honestly, no. I said, no, like I gotta be me. Like I've gotten this far and yo, bro. And then when I got that email, bro, when I got like I had AEW and PWI, like that was just like it's working. Like keep doing what you're doing. Like forget all the other noise, forget the BS, bro. It's like it's working. So when I got that, man, it felt great because like the year prior to that, to be honest with you, I didn't know like the requirements to make it, but I thought I was still one of the top 100 the year before, bro. And I've only been wrestling for probably like 6 months at that time. You feel me? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna make this. Whatever. Let me submit myself. This is what I've done. Obviously, I didn't make it, but I seen that magazine and I was like, nah, I'm making it next year. I promise I'm making it next year. And I'm just like, yo, this is this is amazing. This is amazing. Like it finally happened. You know what I'm saying? And it was just it was great, bro. It was great. Like I knew I was gonna make it. Like there was no way from all the stuff I did with the Bodega Street fight that I wasn't gonna make it. And that was the one match that was recognized. That's all I needed. Literally, that's all I needed. And then from that point on, now look at me, bro. Like it's just like nah, like Boujii's official. Like he's that guy. He's one of those guys. Like, all right, cool. He's different. Like I'm in a different bracket, bro. You see nobody else from Takeover made it? Just me. Just me.
So what's it been like since then? Like I said, you're a young worker, man. You've got years and years and years ahead of you, and you're already one of the top 500.
Yo,
What's it been like since?
so it's funny. So like now when I walk into places, they be like, "Oh my God, we already know Boujii, PWI, 485." I'm like, "Listen, you're the one saying it. I'm not even saying
I
it
ain't
no
even gonna
more.
say nothing anymore.
I ain't gotta say it, bro, because it's in and it's in everybody's heads, bro. I make sure you know exactly who I am, and you cannot deny it, bro. And it's like people are saying like, "Oh, it's just PWI, blah blah blah, it's just that." No, it's just a magazine. If you let it just be a magazine, no, I'm using this. I'm elevating myself. And I'm putting myself on top, bro. Like I say, Mr. PWI. Now I don't say PWI Boujii 485. No, I say I'm Mr. PWI. I am PWI. No matter what the number is, wherever it is, bro, I am PWI. I have put this brand on my back, bro, to the point now where people are saying Mr. Such and such number. Nobody was doing that, bro. PWI has been out for years, bro, and people shit on it all the time. The one thing that I did, people's like, "Oh, Boujii did that." Now everybody want to say they're Mister Something.
Hmm.
No, it's cool. I know. I give y'all the blueprint. I give y'all how to go out here and maneuver and everything. It's cool, bro. Like whatever, whatever. I guess. But it's been great, bro. Like I see it, and it's just people doing what I do just shows me even more. Like, yeah, you're good. So yeah, PWI is amazing. Like I said, to even be on that as an honor, like I look at it where it's like I've been in the same magazine as Stone Cold. That's my favorite wrestler ever, bro. Ever. You feel me? The same year that Roman Reigns is having one of the best years of his career, I'm in there too. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Like all this correlation, like people don't look at it like this, bro. It's bigger than just going around moping on the internet saying it's just a magazine. No, like this is something you've accomplished. Why is it such a thing in this world where we can't be proud of our accomplishments? Whatever. Screw you, Mr. PWI, 485, top 500 in the world. Yes, sir.
All right, Jay. I still close all of my interviews with 5 random questions, bro. I got yours ready. You good?
Oh, yeah. Let's see what that's about.
All right. What's your favorite taco filling? You go to a taco truck and order tacos. What you want in them?
Oh, so all right. So it's funny. Did we have tacos last night? We had tacos last night. I just had tacos last night, bro. So I love chicken tacos, bro. I gotta have some guac in there if guac is available. Just like anything really, bro. Yeah, onions, cilantro, cheese, no tomatoes. I'm not a tomatoes type of guy. But yeah, definitely chicken. Yo, what is it flour I use? I like. Yes, flour tortilla. Love it.
All right. Second question. Do you believe in aliens?
Yep. Yep, bro. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something, right? Last night, right? So I'll tell you the other part off this. Off this, but I came across a video, bro, of like DMT. And like I was watching people describe like their experiences. I'm like, nah, this shit's real. Like it's gotta be real. This has to be real, bro. I was like, damn. But yeah, so to answer your question, yeah, bro, definitely.
What is your desert island candy bar? You get one candy bar forever. What is it?
Yo, so it's crazy. I stopped eating candy, but if it had to be anything, bro, it would actually be a Reese's cup. Love Reese's, bro.
Always a
Got it.
solid pick.
Always, bro.
What's your guilty pleasure movie? The movie that you're not supposed to like, but you do.
Mm. Let's see. Damn. Nah, I like Home Alone. It's okay to like that. You honestly, bro, I'm gonna say because I never watched the full thing, but I did like it for the little bit I seen. The first Avatar movie, like I am firmly against like watching it right now, and mainly because like I only have 3 hours for Avengers. Like I can't put that into anything else but Avengers. But the first Avatar movie it was kind of dope. I remember watching it on bootleg. So yeah, that'll probably be it.
All right, last one. I think I know the answer to it. Everybody else probably does too. Do you have a favorite pair of shoes?
Oh, favorite pair of shoes. Okay, if we're talking full shoes, right? I yeah, like because bro. If we're talking full actual shoes with laces and everything, I would go the Jordan 9, the playoff ones. Those are my favorite Jordans ever. Love those. And then if we're talking about, comfort wise, my dog, like, come on, man, you know what I got on already. Come on, in the crib, bro, all day.
Living the gimmick.
Absolutely, man.
All right, Jay, this is my favorite part, man. Plug your stuff. Tell everybody where to find you and what you got going on over the next couple weeks.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, bro, while I'm here with you, and this is something that needs to be put out there, the embassy, right? ROH the embassy. Shout out to Brian Cage. What's the what? Oh damn, why can't I remember the dude's name, bro? From the Gates of Agony. Is it Toa? I think it's Toa. I think his name is Toa. Anyway, Khan, you're the one I really want to talk about. I want to get everybody to say flowers, but you, Khan, congratulations on winning another title in a 6-man capacity because you can't get it done in a singles capacity, right? I have been on your heels constantly because you've been ducking me since STP and Takeover went to war, bro. So I'm gonna need you to bring your ass on over to New Jersey, right? You could bring the belt if you like. I don't really care. I know you're a champion. You probably want to carry it around with you and everything. But yeah, there's smoke. Prince King Nana, he's never at BCW anymore. He leaves this guy Anthony Gangone to get his ass kicked by me. Prince Nana, you're another one. Tell Khan, get up off his ass, put him on a plane. I don't care what class you put him in, whatever the case may be. Hell, he could take a bus over here. Get his ass to New Jersey so I could finally give him the smoke that he been ducking since May. So yes, that's one of the main things I need to be plugged right there. Tomorrow night, I will be at SWF. We will be debuting in the Mecca, which is retro, bro. That's like Madison Square Garden for the Indies. Everybody running there. It will be live on Facebook, so I'll give you the link too if you want to check it out, bro. Let's see what's after that. I will be actually after that, I'm gonna go to a seminar in Florida with Gabe Sapolsky. So looking for WWN. A lot of big names came out of there, so I'll be out there. After that, it's supposed to another Invictus show. Can't wait for that. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I know I'm gonna cause hell for Alex. That's gonna be March 3rd, I believe. Then March 10th, we are wrestling back in the Bronx. These are both New York shows. A lot of things going on, but screws other people. Just follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I don't dance on TikTok. At J Boujii, the letter J Boujii. Bougii's never with a G. Remember, it's JII, and you will never spell my name wrong. These promotions out here be bugging, bro. But yeah, also go buy the merch. Got a little big things coming up. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Always a pleasure, Jay.
We've been trying to make this happen for like a couple weeks, and now we finally got it done. So thank you, bro. Definitely want to check in again around May or so.
For sure.
Let's definitely get that date a little later on down the line. But that's everything, man. You already know, Mr. PWI, 485, top 100 wrestler in the world, everything Boujii. And buy the merch. Buy
my boys' merch.
Yes.
Jay, it's always a pleasure, my man. Thanks for stopping by and chatting about some wrestling.
Of course, bro. Thank you, man.
Now, as we close another episode of Botched, Pause, and Share Shots, I want to take a minute. Thank you for listening. Remind you to go wherever you do anything on the internet. Like, follow, subscribe, unsubscribe, then subscribe again. Leave a comment telling me how great I am or how terrible I sound. Either way, it helps the algorithm, helps find new listeners. For Mr. PWI J Boujii, I am the Will Gray. Thanks for stopping by and listening, my people.